Welcome back for another 7 for 7 podcast. I'm Landon Hampton, my guy right here.
Keenan Wakanovich, baby.
We're back bringing you another 7 minutes for the next 7 days of the week.
The best podcast.
What are we talking about today?
Managers and leaders.
Managers versus leaders. Oh, everyone loves that title, but can they do what it takes to be what a true leader is?
I don't think so. Landon.
So what do you define the biggest difference as, Keenan, between a manager and between a leader?
A manager likes to be all over your back and not help you grow. The leaders help you grow. They correct your mistakes, but they want to lead you. They want to put you in the right path and tell you it's okay. We all make mistakes, but we learn from them, and that's why we grow. And they put you in position so you can teach others at the same time. Managers are just over your back, knocking every time. They're looking. They want you to fail. And they don't want to help you grow. They just want to put you at the bottom and hover right over you. You ever seen that picture with with the guy who's on the chair and everybody lifting him up?
Yeah.
Versus like a guy underneath the chair holding everybody up.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about right now. That's exactly what I picture. When I'm thinking about managers versus leaders.
Man, I look at it like that in a sense, Keenan. I think of this like managers are able to keep the norm.
Yep.
They keep the steadiness going in a certain way or a certain form to where leaders innovate. They figure out how to do things better. They are visionaries. They see things before they get to them, to where managers understand, they understand the everyday fires that they're dealing with, and they're trying to contaminate them rather than trying to put them out and build those individuals back.
Exactly. And it's like I feel like in every workplace environment, we see people who like to micromanage the little things, right? Those nitty-gritty little tiny things instead of focusing on the macro. Although it's very important to focus on the micro, the little things, right? You also got to think about the bigger picture.
Yes.
Long term. Everyone likes the nitty-gritty, they see someone do something, the small mistake, right?
Yes.
I do believe small mistakes might lead to bigger ones, but that's okay. We're gonna work. We'll work on that when we get there. Let's focus on building what we're trying to build here, the macro.
Yes.
I think the micro helps, but macro is the bigger picture, and it's what's going to be driving you forward.
Absolutely. And I had personal experience in this, Keenan. I worked with a Fortune 500 company for about 7 years whenever I was through college, a few years after college, and I got to work as a supervisor. Well, the first boss that I had was a manager. Mm-hmm. The first day that I come into work, Keenan, guess what we talked about? We talked about the proper techniques to do the skills and how to do all these things, okay? Well, about half the time I was through my tenure there, we received what I would claim to be the greatest leader that I've ever worked under in my life. And guess what we did for the first entire week? Our supervisor over our area took us all into his office one by one, and guess what we talked about, Keenan? We talked about our personal lives. He wanted to know about us. He wanted to know what our dreams and aspirations was, because he was learning how to motivate us, because he understands that every individual is different.
Exactly.
And he knew that I was going to school to be a meteorologist, and I promise you, since that day, whenever I worked the rest of the time underneath that great man, he used to say to me all the time, he would see me when I would come in and I would punch you on the clock, and he would say, "How's future meteorologist Landon doing today? What'd you do at school today?"
That's powerful.
He was setting the tone. Again, he was seeing for me what my potential could be, and he instilled that in me every single day. No, you are going to achieve this, and you're going to bust your tail for me here, but I'm going to help you accomplish your dreams.
You know what that screams right here? That screams that the saying that where you are now is only temporary.
Exactly. Yes.
And it's only permanent if you allow it. Managers like to put you in a permanent in a spot, and they don't see you anywhere growing anywhere past that, but staying right there.
Yeah. Well, they might try to even keep you there.
Yeah, they want you to stay there.
And they're trying to watch after their own asses.
Exactly.
They're here. They're saying, "I'm going to be knocked off the totem pole."
Oh yeah.
You're going to stay as subordinate. To where leaders understand, Keenan, if we're developing leaders underneath us, guess who gets that promotion? You do, because you're developing and you're refining the leadership, not just with you in the organization, but within the organization for all those people that you pour into.
Oh yeah, you're creating a positive environment where people can grow, where people can learn, where people are helping each other in the process.
Yes.
Because they realize, you know what? that someone actually cares.
Yes, exactly.
Someone actually cares.
They actually value me as an individual.
Exactly.
My opinion matters to them.
Exactly.
They create an all-inclusive environment is what leaders do, and that's another huge difference between managers and leaders.
And when you go to work, wherever you work right now, wouldn't you perform much better in a place where people actually want to see you grow and are pushing you to be the best?
Yes.
Rather than a place where you're not appreciated, you're not cared for, no one cares about you or even ask about you as a
Yes.
person, how you are doing. You're not going to perform as well.
Yes.
You're going to do the bare minimum just to get by. And what you know what that results? Negativity attracts negativity, so you're passing that on to everybody else. And then you just have poor growth within an organization or company. No one's going anywhere. Everyone's remaining plateauing that stalemate, going nowhere.
Yeah, and we always talk about books here. We throw them out there. You can pick them up and read them. I highly, highly recommend taking time to read every single day. Jim Collins has the book Good to Great. Read it. It's a phenomenal one. But in it, Keenan, he talks about the window versus the mirror concept, okay? Managers put themselves in front of that mirror whenever things are going real well, but they want to point themselves in front of an open window so they can point at all their terrible workers whenever things are going bad.
Yep.
Leaders do the exact opposite. They put themselves in front of the window whenever things are going great to give the credit to their phenomenal teams, and they put themselves in front of the mirror whenever things are going bad.
That's what it
Managers
means,
versus leaders, baby. That's wrapping up another episode of your 7 for 7 podcast. I'm Landon,
My name is Keenan, baby.
and we're going to see you next time.
See you guys, 7 for 7. We out, baby.